Hello, Internet. This is Z Schrodinger's cat here with another episode of Foolcraft on the Iscal85 Patreon server. We are here at Spawn, actually. There's people have been doing some stuff here. They got this really nice looking area here. Some people have been working on putting together. They got this banner up. Somebody made that. And yeah, I'm glad to be on a modded server where somebody other than me cares about Spawn, so that's nice. I've been working on they're doing like a shopping city build like that way. I'm not gonna go over there right now because I think it's not done, and I don't know if they want the unfinished product being on YouTube. So, this is a building that I have started. It's going to be right by the road. It's be pretty cool. This cobblestone path is where the road's going to be. I'm kind of just messing around. I'm not using chisel and bits because it's at Spawn, so I don't want to lag everyone out with my obsessive bidding. So I'm kind of putting this building together, and I'm trying to sort of follow the style that is over here, but I don't entirely know. Like, there wasn't really a decided upon style. I'm just kind of I'm trying to take the they've got a lot of wood going on, so I've got a lot of wood going on. I got the flattish roof that they got there, and yeah, because my building's on a larger scale, so it's hard to, I don't know. It's good, whatever, it's good enough. Close enough, nail it. So, I'm just sort of, there's like, okay, so I know I don't usually use a lot of preparation, but this time especially is not a lot of preparation. I was farming some wheat here because it was bothering me that this farm over here was only half weeded up, and we are out of seeds. Yep. Let's see if we can get more seeds. For the obsessive compulsive sides of everyone, let's finish up the farm. We did it. We did it, and we have no seeds left to clog our inventory. Isn't that perfect? So, I'm kind of messing with this building right now. Not really sure where to go with it. I think what I could do is maybe come like this and like up like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but you're coming with me, and I don't know. Like, I should probably talk about something interesting. I've been doing this thing recently where I've been like writing down on a notebook stuff I can talk about in videos, because like I'm not always doing something that's super interesting. But I still gotta, I want to create an entertaining video, but not everything that is involved, especially with some of the chisel and bit stuff. And infrastructure is easier, but some of the stuff, like, I want to be engaging, so, like, I've been writing down stuff, like potential stuff I can talk about, but the problem is that I haven't figured out exactly how to incorporate it, or how to even talk in a way that is entertaining. It's a process. I got another issue is that I write these things down and then in a way, and then I forget what they mean later at a different point. So that's a challenge. But being able to interpret my past self's strange mannerisms. I like birch wood. This is a complete tangent, but just for the record, birch logs ugly as sin, but birch blanks actually fairly nice, underrated block, and it's got this nice. It doesn't go with everything. A lot of things it's too light for, but sandstone, it goes really well with sandstone. So I have this roof type thing. I don't know, man. I'm supposed to be a good builder. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, I need to get rid of that. I am out of auto crafting. I was trying to put sandstone on auto crafting, and I don't have any more auto crafting slots left. Let's see, molecular, I already have one. Why do I already have one, but I don't put it down? Interface? Let's get some interfaces. Come on, team. We just need space for one, oh, there goes the dog again. All morning it's been going. It's, save me from this. Oh, God. Cutest dog in the world, but boy. Craft? God, I love auto crafting. Because who needs doing stuff when you could not do stuff? So, is that gonna be... No, that's not gonna be enough cables. I don't... Just... Life is so hard. You know what I like? Creative mode. I like creative mode. You never run out of stuff in creative mode. Okay. Oh, jeez. It's so cramped in here. It's so cramped. Where am I even gonna put this? Let's put it over here. I don't have any space. Sure. Right here. Here's the place that it will be. Where we got? Assembler. And interface. It's going well, guys. This base thing, it's going great. It's perfect. It was totally intentional. I have fallen from the table. Boop, and boop, and boop, and up here, and up, and up. I'm really working on the sound effects. Is that all the merch I need to do? Yep. And now, at long last, I can autocraft sandstone. I decided to put another pillar here and stuff. I've been having this issue with building where I'm kind of like, I've built a building in every kind of shape possibly imaginable, just based on the amount of time I've spent building buildings. I've done L-shaped buildings, I've done rectangles, I've done squares, I've done hexagons, I've done circles, I've done all kinds of matters. I've done those little ones that look like Tetris blocks, yeah? You know those ones? I'm out of sandstone again. I gotta go back to the... Nope. I need sandstone stairs. Dog game it. A home base? Yeah, that's my base. All right, here we go. What was I talking about? I was talking about building buildings. So if I can potentially do this and also craft at the same time, I'm sort of trying to be like, you know, what can I do to spice things up? But at the same time, I want to fit in with the theme that they're doing. I'm having a trouble finding the sandstone that's in my inventory. Okay, I got it. Never mind. And so I'm just sort of messing around. You know, when you do something so many times, it all starts to look the same, and I'm just like, I want to do something that excites me. And that's why I really love Chisel and Bits, because there's all I talked about this last episode too. There's this whole new realm, that's why I really like that. But I still want to be able to be inspired in regular Minecraft building, because, you know, that has its pros and cons, you know, too, and it has it's kind of like just like a whole different style of building. So, I'm thinking, but at the same time, in my trying to create a very unique shape of building, I don't want to take over spawn, because I mean, I guess it can expand pretty infinitely, but I don't know. I don't want to take over spawn on like week 3 or something. Mine out here. The process of starting a build for me is always kinda tenuous, because I cannot see a shape until I'm actively making it. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, until I'm actually placing blocks, I cannot see a shape. I can see a feeling in my brain. I can see a theme and like the feel that you get from a build. Like, that's not right. That's not right. Right, here. I can see, like, the feel of a build, like, the sense that you get, like, when you walk into a cyberpunk city and you get this massive, super, like, technical, crazy feel. That's the feel that I can see in my brain. But I can't see shapes until I'm actually putting them down, which means that, I lose some of the ability to plan, because I have to put stuff down, and then once it's down, it's like a super amount of effort to where's the, there they are. It's a super amount of effort to undo it, or you build yourself into a wall, but I mean, I guess everyone has their own different style of doing it, but for me, I just, if I don't know what to do, I take a block and I just start putting it down and I start building in a direction, and then from there my brain can then see the next block I need to place. It's sort of like you start the chain and your brain just like follows the chain, as opposed to seeing a whole shape. I just see, okay, pillar, and then what can go on the pillar? Well, I can wrap this thing around it. Okay, now I have 2 pillars. What can go in between the 2 pillars is wood. And so, I don't know, it's ideally I would like to be able to see shape in my brain and be able to plan it pretty well, but I mean, I think that's unrealistic expectation. I mean, I don't think that's easy for anyone. I'm not like super special in the fact that I can't see shapes and like know where everything needs to be, but I guess it's just a limitation that I have. Some people do these real big old what is all this crap in my inventory? Some people do these big like plans in like wool and stuff, and it's all colorful, and you look at it, it's like looks like a rainbow threw up, like a unicorn threw up or something. But it's all their planning, and it works for them. It's a really good idea, but I'm just like, well, if I'm gonna go through all this effort to plan all this stuff, I just put damn blocks down, and I can't see, you know, I can't see what will attach to a pillar until the pillar's all detailed out. And so that leads me to sometimes building myself into a corner. Did I really run out of acacia logs already? Do I really gotta go back and get more acacia logs? Well, I'm gonna go copy this pattern over off camera. I'm looking at this thing that I made, this notebook that I wrote down some stuff, and I've got at the top of the list, I've got YouTube talking. I have no idea what that means. I remember writing it down, but I don't remember anything else about it. Yeah, that's pro advice for you all, you crazy kids out there, is if you write something down to remember it, make sure it will make sense when you go back to remembering it. But yeah, I did some more thinking, and I think I'm going to have an entrance here. I'm going to have this be a rectangle building, but that wall is wrong. I'll fix that off camera. I'm going to have an entrance, or maybe I come round and I have like it be an L building? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have this be a rectangle, and then I'm going to have a lower building shooting out here, and that's going to come out here, and there'll be a courtyard and stuff. So that should be cool. Now I'm really trying to remember what YouTube talking means. I would love to know. I mean, maybe it's just about how difficult it is to talk? I don't know. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 down. Wrong block. But we got the down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Great. Great, we did it. I don't know. Let's guess what YouTube talking could be. It could be about me talking on YouTube, or it could be about YouTube gaining sentience and learning how to talk like a real boy, or it could be talking about YouTube, like such as in, how is YouTube today? How are you today, YouTube? It could be, I'm out of sandstone again. Crap. No, wait, I got some more. I got some more. Do I have enough? That's the question. Question is, do I have enough sandstone? Do I have it? And I have it. That's all the pillars that need to be in, at least in that sandstone texture. And then we can just come back here and do the same thing we were doing before, because that's the kind of content I like to bring you, is the same thing we do for a half hour. And then whap, and then whap, and then up here. What I might have meant by YouTube talking is, I guess, I don't know. You know what? That's hard. It's really hard to do stuff and talk at the same time. Also, this is wrong. It's so difficult to know whether or not the things that you're saying make sense when you also have to pay attention to so many things all at once. Like, I have to pay attention to what I'm building, I have to pay attention to... I've got to turn off rain particles, and so I end up doing things like saying words that are by association. Like if I'm looking at something that is red, and I'm thinking about something else that is blue, I'll say that the thing that is red is actually blue because my brain thought is on the color blue, because the part of my brain that would normally discriminate between what I am thinking about and what I am looking at is being used to do stuff like place blocks and all that stuff. It's actually pretty interesting how the brain, what functions the brain will prioritize when you're multitasking. I mean, because what you're actually doing when you're multitasking is switching rapidly, kind of like parallel processing in a computer, switching really rapidly between two different tasks. And in that, certain functions get lost, and it's interesting to see which ones will actually make it to the actual calls. I think of everything in terms of computers, because that's just... I spent 4 years studying it, so it's like the thing that actually makes it to the call stack. It's very, very different than you might expect. The brain's not really created for managing... I mean, it is in a sense, it's created for managing multiple tasks, but it's not necessarily created for managing some of the computational tasks that we have to do. Let's see. Up here, and is this the right level? It is, and then I need to come around here. And every time I have to comment on, am I at a sandstone stair? Am I at a spruce stairs again? No, I'm not. I was 14 here. I'm blind. Every time that I have to comment on something that's happening in the game, I forget what I was talking about in the sense of trying to create an interesting conversation. So there's a lot of strategies and a lot of challenges that you don't really see you don't really get practice with in a lot of elements of life. I mean, the closest thing to YouTube talking and all that stuff that I've had is actually improv classes, where they teach you things like yes and, which is the concept of if you do something, you just gotta go with it. Like, if someone does something, you can't negate what they're doing, because that throws off the whole rhythm of everything. So, into YouTube, that kind of translates to, if you say something, you have to continue saying the thing. Like, there are a few videos where I was like, hold on, I gotta sniff real quick. Alright, I muted the mic, and hopefully that worked again. So, there are several videos where I'm like, stupid rain is loud, stupid loud rain, where I'm like, I'll be in a thought, and then I'll have another thought, so I'll start saying that thought, but then I'll want to go back to the original thought, because I'm trying to make sense. So I will be jumping between two thoughts, and it will make no sense in my efforts to make sense. So you gotta think about, I gotta think about, if I'm doing something right now, don't worry about what I have been doing, don't worry about what I need to do, just complete the task that I am doing right now. And that's been pretty tricky, because my thoughts are very scattered a lot of the time, and I'll have two thoughts, one thought that seems completely unrelated to the issue because some association triggered in my brain, but I've had to learn to be like, okay, even if your brain goes on a random tangent to nothing, you've gotta just go with it, because trying to switch back is gonna make it look worse than if you just went with the nonsense thought in the first place. How is this supposed to be? So that? No. How's it going? What? Oh, right, this needs to be like that, and then this needs to be roofs. You should plan roofs. Roofs are for planning is for roofs. Like these. Yeah, you'll end up. Am I out of spruce planks? Oh, that was a high-pitched noise. You're welcome for that high-pitched noise. Let's get some more spruce planks. Or Bruce. I tried to say spruce and birch at the same time. Let's get some birch planks so I can finish up this thing. And what? And how we doing here? We're gonna come across here. Yeah, a lot of doing roofs is just you establish a pattern around the rim, and then you follow that pattern as you move towards the center. It's very much like concentric circles in a way. You basically just, once you have a pattern around the rim, you follow it based on certain rules. Like you want a shallow roof, you maybe go up a half slab every time you do one of these inner circles. And you want a higher roof, you go more. You want a curved roof, then you change the amount you go up with each circle. It's a lot of establishing. A lot of building becomes a lot simpler when you figure out an algorithm for it, which is kind of the important part. Is you don't memorize a build, you memorize how you built the build, and you memorize the way that the blocks change with respect to their location, and there's a lot of like rates of change type stuff. I swear I'm not out of birch planks. Oh yeah, snuck in some spruce planks because that's thought that I need them, but I don't. Keep telling me what it thinks I need, and it's never right, is it? Yeah, it's less important to know how to build something or know what to build than it is how to build, which is why I don't really watch a lot of those tutorials where people copy. Like I do get copying from video tutorials, because people who aren't necessarily great builders can copy that and have a nice build that they're proud of, and then they can learn from that build. Something's wrong here. Is something wrong? I don't know. And then they can learn from that build, they can take pieces. It's kind of like an art study, but I think it's way more important to know an algorithm for how something is done than to know, like, okay, we go 5 blocks here, then 3 blocks there. It's more important to say, okay, how did the person who built this decide where to put the things that they do? Like, somebody was asking me about how do you do circles? Like, what's the process for doing circles? And I sort of I stumbled through a slightly confusing explanation of how when you're doing circles, that's the same. When you're doing circles, you got to think about rates of change. So you basically, you're changing. I'm out of spruce planks again. Hold on, I gotta go get spruce, not spruce, birch. Got birch planks. When you're doing circles, you got to think about the fact that you know, what is a circle? A circle, you're not helping. A circle is, it's a line that is changing in, talking and typing is hard. It's a line that is changing its orientation in 2 directions. So on the X and Z, like when you're doing a line like this, each block in the line, you're changing in 1 direction, right? You're changing in east. You're changing east, and you can point that. You could point it south. You can point it west. You could point it north. And if you have a diagonal line, you are changing in 2 directions, but you're changing in each direction the same amount. So you're changing this line here changes 3 in the east direction because it goes 1, 2, 3, and it changes 3 in the north direction, so it goes 1, 2, 3. But a circle, or any curve really, is you're changing the rate at which you move in a certain direction. Like this one, it's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 5 blocks in the south direction, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in the, or even to just this here would be the same. Your total distance that you've gone is the same, but the rate at which you've gone there is different. You've gone, at this part, you went 2 blocks south and 0 blocks east. Then you did 1 block south and 1 block east. Then you do 1 block south and 2 blocks east. And so you have that rate of change. And that's what creates curves as opposed to lines, is you're varying the rate of change. So that's just an example of, I need to mix slabs. That's just an example of, like, you're learning an algorithm, not a curve. Like you could learn, you can go to plots, and you can plots.com, and you can make a circle and you can copy it. You know, you can look and say, okay, there's 3 blocks, and then I go 2 blocks, and then just, you know, copying the pattern, and that's good. You should do that. I should do that. I should use plots more. It will make my circles better, but I'm too lazy. And that's good, but what you want to do when you're using tools like that is be analytical about them and say, okay, I see that there is a shape here. How did this program calculate this shape? How can I repeat this shape in certain variations? You got to identify the variables that go into these sorts of things, and I think, and that'll help you expand yourself more than just copying what you have done. Is that all the way I want to go around here? Because there's noise in the background, but that's, you know, such is life. And you get to hear the beauty of nature and human living. Isn't it so poetic? What do I want to do here? I need some water. I need some professionalism juice. Here, hold on. There we go. Yeah. Pro. I'm a pro. Yep. And do I want to stop going up at that point? Because what I was doing before is I had this coming around here and it looked kind of cool. Oh, that won't work. Maybe I'll need to come up. Hold on. Questions and debates. Hold on. No, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's try this. Bringing this around. And actually, I'm seeing the corners are different, and I think I actually like them being like that. But they're still different. Why are they? Oh, I screwed it up. Like that, and like that, and like that, and then I can come around with the where'd it go? There it is. And up, and break that, so that the connected texture don't get screwed up. That's good grammar. That's another thing that's hard to do on YouTube when you're talking, is good grammar. Oh, jeez. I have sometimes a hard time with words. I will replace words in my brain, especially when I'm having like anxiety or dissociation kind of things that I deal with. Is words just am I really too short? Are you for real? Give me some more. Take some of these. Where's Celtic? That's how you pronounce that, not Celtic. I don't actually. Which is the right pronunciation? I don't even know. Well, I like it, kind of don't like it at the same time. I think. Let's do. Let me think for a sec. So I did some more stuff, and I changed some stuff. I swapped out the wood that was up here, and or the secondary wood color to uh, jungle, because I thought it added more color and was less of a sharp contrast and stuff. I added this sort of detail around here. I want to sort of frame like the windows down here because it's a big space, and I felt like I needed to be broken up. So I recessed this area back into the and added this mixture of red sandstone and orange hardened clay back here. So we got this kind of framing of a fairly small window space, but we got all this going on to give it some detail and stuff. So that's pretty much that. I like this, how this little fancy texture comes in and adds this like a little pop of red, and you got the red windows with the orange walls, and it's a very strange color palette, but I think it works. Red, orange, and yellow, kind of odd. And I got this front porch area down here with this curvy, windy staircase. I don't know what they're doing with the road over here, so I just kind of left this pathway like that, and granite, clay, and coarse dirt, and is that all the details? Nah, this is what it looks like from the back. I like how it looks from over here. It's kind of like, it's gonna look cool when the road's in and all the details are around, but yeah, I think that's cool. I'll show you the inside too. I did a little stuff on the inside. I didn't like decorate it out, but I did clean up the walls and stuff, and add like the structure to the interior. I'm not in love with this roof, but it works. I will one day at some point fill this with stuff, hopefully, maybe. We'll see. And I got it christened with my name and everything. But that is actually, I've managed to rack up about 30 minutes of video already, which is, I try to aim for 20 to 30 minutes, so it's actually the end of the episode, so I am gonna have to say good day to you, Internet, and thank you for watching.